yang berbintang kuning itu host.
Oke, semoga hari ini lebih bagus daripada hari yang kemarin.
Cek informasi bagi yang masih berdiri silakan duduk.
Cek, cek, cek. Apa suara saya bisa didengar, Pak? Bisa.
Bisa,
Oke.
Bu. Bisa, Bu.
Pak
Bisa
Pai,
didengar dengan
kita mulai ya. Pinjam headset. Cek, cek. Saya buka dulu, baru nanti Pak Yon yang anu. Iya.
bisa.
Gimana, Pak? Sini, salah satu.
Mohon tunggu sebentar ya. Beberapa menit, mungkin 2 menit.
Cek, cek. Halo. Halo.
Ini.
Ya, Pak.
Itu ibu-ibu yang pakai itu. Mohon itu tidak menggunakan itu. Itu. Apa?
Halo, halo. Cek, cek. Cek. Halo. Halo, halo. Oh, oke. Oke. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, the next session is going to start in 2 minutes. Please be seated. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi.
Centers in the ballroom, please. Especially for group 1. Oh, sorry, group 3. Group 3, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Okay. Okay, thank you. We're going to start. Excellencies, distinguished guests, participants, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much for your coming on this second day of ISO 2022. Today we will hold a discussion with group presentations. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's have the first agenda by saying Basmalah.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
So today the discussions will be moderated by Mr. Saprion. So for Mr. Saprion, please to open the session. Time is yours.
Thank you. Bisa ini dulu. Okay. Silakan diatur. Let's see the greeting video first.
Yeah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Regi Naluseran and I am the head of the Regional Office of Ministry of Religious Affairs of Province NTT. I'd like to congratulate the Directorate of Teachers and Education Personnel in TK Madrasah, Ministry of Religious Affairs of Indonesia Republic for conducting the 13th International Symposium on Education. The symposium that brings the topic world-class education. Hopefully we'll be able to become one of helpful resources for the teacher to adapt and to face the information and technology development, especially in education. I do really appreciate to the organizer committee of this conference that successfully helped to send even previously, and I hope this time the third International Symposium on Education 2022 will be alive for all educators in answering the challenge in metaverse era. Lastly, I say Happy National Teachers Day for all the teachers in Indonesia. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين وبعد. أصبحنا وأصبح الملك لله والحمد لله لا شريك له لا إله إلا هو وإليه النشور. أصبحنا على فطرة الإسلام وكلمة الإخلاص وعلى دين نبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى ملة أبينا إبراهيم حنيفا وما كان من المشركين. The Excellency, the Minister of Religious Affairs, the Republic of Indonesia, Mr. Yaqub Khalil Qomas. My respected General Director of Islamic Education in the Ministry of Religious Affairs of Indonesia, Dr. Ali Ramdhani. My respected General Director for Madrasa Teacher and Teaching Personnel, Dr. Muhammad Zain. The Honorable Dr. Ainul Rafiq, the Kasubdit of MI and MTS, who always guides us in performing madrasa sharing, madrasa journal, madrasa land, and etc. Let me state again, welcome to the third International Symposium on Education 2022. We're going to invite 5 speakers this morning in the first session of our second day in the symposium. Since we have actually 2 sessions today on the second day of our symposium, so 10 speakers will be divided into 2 sessions, 5 speakers for the first session and 5 other speakers for the second one. Okay, the first session for this will be delivered by Mr. Abdul Mujib, SCOM-E. Are you there, Mr. Abdul Mujib?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, let me
Yes.
introduce our presenter. He was born in Banyumas, 7th of July, 1989. He graduated from S1 at STAIN, Purwokerto. He is the guidance and counseling teacher at MTSN 1, Banyumas. He's a YouTuber, well, and also an instructor of ACME. Maybe Mr. Abdul Mujib later can tell us what ACME stands for. Okay. He also got some achievements in education. The first one is the first champion in article writing competition in Banyumas Regency School 2012. Second one, the funniest staff among the alumni candidates of Dakwah faculty, IAIN Purwokerto 2018. Third one, the coach of English debating. Wow, he must speak English very well because as a coach of a debate, he must be trained to perform impromptu speeches. And he also contributed in some newspapers as article writers. Okay, that's about our presenter at present. He's going to share his presentation about layanan klasikal melalui podcast di ruang BK digital. Solusi guru BK tidak mengajar di kelas. Okay, time is for Mr. Abdul Mujib.
Okay, thank you for Mr. Moderator. But before that, I'm sorry that my PowerPoint doesn't show, just blank white like this. For Mr. Okay, please show my PowerPoint, Mr.
Yeah, it's shown.
Okay, can I begin right now?
Surely, time is yours.
Okay, please show my PowerPoint. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, the member of this house. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya wal mursalin wa ala alihi washabihi ajma'in. Amma ba'd. Your Excellency, the Minister of Religious Affairs, Gus Yaqub Khalil Qomas, and the Director of Kedega Madrasah, Dr. Muhammad Zain, and also Dr. Ainul Rafiq. speak, and the chief of the committee of the ISO, Mr. Suitman, and all of the committee, all of the presenters, and all of the participants, my respective. Okay, today basically I'm going to present about my article that is Layanan Klasikal melalui podcast di Ruang PK Digital, Solusi Guru PK Tidak Mengajar di Kelas. I'm sorry because I wrote it in Bahasa, so maybe I will mix my presentation in Bahasa and in English. Is it okay, Mr. Moderator? When there is some terms that I have to use in Indonesia or in Bahasa. Okay, my PowerPoint doesn't show, just blank white like this. Can someone help me to show my PowerPoint?
Yeah, we could see your PowerPoint. You may go on.
Everyone see my PowerPoint or blank white like this? Hello?
We could see now the abstract screen of your PowerPoint.
Oh, the abstract. Oh, sorry,
You may
but
go on.
in my view, just blank white like this.
Yeah, because this is metaphor's room, so we could go around, so we could see that. You,
Okay, can I restart my page so I can see maybe the signal in this place? Just me.
yeah, you can do it.
Okay, I'm sorry for this kind of technical problem. Okay, is my voice clear?
Yeah, surely it's clear enough.
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry for this technical problem. I'll continue my presentation. Okay, basically my article is Layanan Klasikal melalui podcast di Ruang PK Digital, Solusi Guru PK Tidak Mengajar di Kelas. I offer three terms in this article. That is, the first is Layanan Klasikal, the second one is podcast, the third one is Ruang PK Digital as a solution that the counselor doesn't have any lesson hours, and presented in Third International Symposium on Education 2022, and in order to commemorate the Teacher Day 2022, held by MAN 2 Banyumas and MAN 1 Bojonegoro, 28 until 30 of November 2022. My name is Abdul Mujib, but you can call me Mr. Mujib. I'm SCOMI, Sarjana Komunikasi Islam. As said by the moderator, I'm graduate from Tain Prokerto and Guidance and Islamic Counseling. And right now I'm a teacher of Guidance and Counseling, or called as counselor, and MTS1 Banyumas. And my email is adulmudo@gmail.com. So let's go to my page here. Okay, basically, as said by the Mr. Moderator, I'm a teacher in MTS1 Banyumas, and also have a YouTube Guru BK channel. And also I'm instructor of ACMI, Literasi Sosial Budaya, this year. And I was born on 7th of July 1989. I graduated from Stein Prokerto of PKI in 2014. So let's go to my abstract. Okay, basically my research is conducted because of business of us as a counselor, school counselor that don't have any lesson hours. So it's a problem for us because there is some there is some such need here to give classical services in the class regularly, but we don't have any lesson hour. So I see this as a problem. I think that I have to search any kind of solution. I'm sorry, maybe I have some problem technical. Maybe it's about sign out. What do you see, Mr. Moderator?
Yeah, you're walking around, but maybe you can click in one place.
Okay, I click, but no response.
It doesn't work. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, but it doesn't
You
matter.
click.
I'll continue my presentation. Is it right?
Okay, but your voice is clear enough. Just go on.
Okay. This is a Sahabat PK podcast and this is Wawan PK. And in my background of study, can I continue? In my background of study is
Mr. Abdul Mujib.
I'm so
Can
sorry,
you hear me?
maybe the signal is not supported.
Yeah. I just want to make sure whether you're using your mobile phone or your laptop.
No, I'm using laptop and in the media room, so I think the signal is good enough and very good. I also check my signal is very good, but I don't know why
Okay.
it's happening.
Just ignore the moving picture. You just go on because everybody can hear your voice very well.
Okay, thank you very much. For my background of study, there is a regulation of Permendikbud number 111 year 2014 and also PUPPK SMP 2016 that says about school counselor must be allocated around 35% until 45% to give a classical services in the class setting. But the reality, because of the curriculum 2013 and also curriculum Merdeka, doesn't accommodate this need. So I think this is a problem. So I have to make an alternative or a solution to solve this problem. So I think that podcast is a solution because we can give one-way communication toward our students to say about or to deliver about our material that is come from the topics come from the need assessment that we did in the start of or the beginning of the year program. So we need a kind of solution for this. So I make a podcast in Ruang PK Digital. Basically, I use Google Sites. So I think it's easy to use for the student, also for the teacher. I hope this article can be delivered to all and or to many teachers of guidance and counseling and also all as counselor. Okay, let's go to my literature review. Okay. Literature review, I have 6 here. The first and second one is to emphasize the importance of the classical services. And the first one, the result is positive perception for the students. And the second result so that can improve the quality of the students. And the third one is cyber counseling is effective. And the fourth one is said that podcast to improve the quality of learning. And also the fifth is can improve the motivation of learning by students. And the sixth one or the last is about using Google Site as a media of learning is effective to my research methodology. Okay. Okay. My research methodology, this is a qualitative descriptive research. So I use an approach of descriptive qualitative research, and the analysis of data, I use descriptive percentage. And the subject of this research is 30 students of 7B MTS1 Banyumas, and the odd semester year academic of 2022 until 2023. Okay, let's go to my discussion. Basically, I have offered two things. In this case, it's about the creating of Ruang BK Digital. The link is s.id/go RBKD, go for the English to menuju in bahasa, and RBKD stands for the Ruang BK Digital. So the link is s.id/go RBKD. And Ruang BK Digital have three menus such as home, podcast, and papan BK. And also the button of podcast can link to the Google form and also report and for the student who will arrange individual counseling. And menu podcast consists of halaman sahabat BK podcast ya in bahasa. Halaman sahabat BK consists of a podcast, and the topics come from the need assessment when we did in the beginning of the year in 2022 and 2023. And menu papan BK consists of information that maybe about the mapping of our students come from, like in sub-district and from the school, the previous school of them. And I show this as a pie chart. Okay. Let's go to my result about the percentage of or the response of the students in the pie chart like this. And when there is a question, have you opened the Ruang BK Digital that the teacher gives to you? And the answer is 96.7% yes, and only one student who cannot open about that. But I disagree about this because the next question, they answer 100% like this, in that Ruang BK Digital is attractive for them, so it's neglected the first question for the one student who couldn't open that. Is my voice clear? Okay, next one. It's about the effectiveness of using Ruang BK Digital as a media, as learning media, such as like this. 100% of respondent or my students say that it is effective for learning media. Okay, this is evaluation. I have 6 questions about the evaluation. Question number 1 is about understanding about the goal of using Ruang BK Digital as a classical services. And for this question, I got that 20.3%. The students answer very, very agree, and 53.3% say they agree about this. And only one student says that she or he less agree about this. Okay, for the next question number 2 is about the awareness of the importance to what the podcast say about. For this question, I have 40% of students say very, very agree, and also more than 50% say agree, and nothing say less agree about this question. So I think it's very good enough for answer the question about the effectiveness of using NOPEMBER digital and podcast or to show about or to do classical services toward students. Okay, question number 3 is about the development of positive attitude about related to the material that delivered by the podcast. For this question, I got data 36.7%. Students say very agree about this, and nothing say that they less agree. No one, no one. Okay, next question is about with the podcast, could they change the behavior? for like discipline. And from this question, I got the answer about 30% say that very agree about that, and more than 30% say about, and only one student say they less agree about this. Okay, for this number two, ruang PK digital sebagai solusi guru PK tidak masuk kelas. I have a data about this from Google Form that 100% of students are attracted to ruang PK digital, and they said or did said to us what that podcast is of ruang PK digital is also very effective to give classical services about the measure itself. And for 6 question I offered to them about the evaluation, it's very satisfying for me because only 1%, only 30 or only 3.4%, or it means that only one student who say that they or she or he less agree about this. So this result for me is satisfying for this result. And Ruang Bega Digital as a solution for the counselor or teacher of guidance counseling that doesn't have any lesson hour, because in this era cyber and education also migrate to the or to using technology. I think for the closing, okay, for the closing, the regulations such as Permendikbud number 111 2014 and also POPK SMP year 2016 cannot be applied because of the curriculum 2013 and also curriculum Merdeka doesn't accommodate the need. So we as a teacher of guidance counseling or counselor need to make an alternative to do the classical service, because this is the need of teacher and also the need of student that they want to learn about material from the need assessment that we got and we did in the beginning of the year. And I say to close this presentation that podcast in Ruang Pega Digital as a solution, and it's effective and attractive for them. And I think that is a good idea for many teachers of guidance counseling in Indonesia to apply and to implement this kind of method that I offered to them. And last one is about my references. I have some references here, and I think that's all my presentation, Mr. Moderator. I'm sorry for technical problem. This is out of my handle. Thank you very much. If there is a question, please. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you very much for your support. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Abdul Mujib, as our presenter. We are going to come to questioning and answering session. Actually, I have invited the viewers of YouTube channel to write a question, but I haven't seen any one of them asked. Okay, actually, I'm interested in having the new knowledge and information about BK. Why? Because my wife is a BK teacher. Let me ask my question: have you ever got the schedule of classes to teach classically at your school as a guidance and counseling teacher or not?
Okay, basically I became a teacher of guidance counseling in 2019. So from that point, from that time, I don't have any chance to go to the class to give classical services to my students, and because the prohibition, maybe like limitation in curriculum 2013 and also curriculum Merdeka. That's my answer.
Yeah. Limitation of time because of the pandemic situation also.
Yes.
Later, but we got experiences our school. Sometimes BK teacher is given the time, the specific time to teach. Sometimes 1 or 2 hours a week for every single class of the school. But what you are delivering this morning can be the solution if the BK teacher doesn't have any time or any schedule to teach. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay. Basically,
Mr. Abdul Mujib, because
yeah.
yeah, got no question in YouTube, so maybe we can come to the closing statement from you.
Okay, basically this is such initial research, and I have called by one of student of PKI Unsai Purwokerto to make a kind of research to prolonging this idea, and also I have to check by my friends, PK teacher in MKPK Kuyulali that called me that basically I have to share this idea to them with in the future, and or some days later maybe after this session, after this agenda. I say yes to them, and yeah, maybe this is a chance for me to widen this idea to them and also to dissemination as my research itself. Thank you for Mr. Moderator and also all of the committee here.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And dear audience, let's give applause for our first presenter this morning. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry for technical problem.
Yeah, great. We are gonna follow the next material. It's sexual education. We often hear and see about sexual harassment around us, maybe on television or the newspaper or internet or from other resources of news. Perhaps you get a question whether we need to give sexual education for our children or students or not. Or maybe there are some other problems about teenagers and sex that sometimes it is hard to discuss it openly. So this morning, our presenter, Mr. Muhammad Rafiul Alim. We hope he has been here right now. So he will talk about efektivitas website accession sebagai pendidikan seksual pada remaja. Before I call Mr. Alim, let me introduce him to the audience first. His name is Muhammad Rafiul Alim. Place and date of birth, Bojonegoro, 12th of March, 1995. He's a teacher of Mankoto Batu, and he got a subject Indonesian history. Mr. Muhammad Rafiul Alim, are you with us now? Check, okay, Mr. Alim. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Now we give the speech to Mr. Alim. But I just reminded by the committee that before we please Mr. Rafiul Alim to perform or to present his material, so let's give opportunity for the committee to let's say, yeah, to perform one of a video here, one of the videos.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Arvin Sehe. I am the head of the Regional Minister of Religion Affairs of North Maluku. I am really proud of Directorate of Teacher and Education Personnel, GTK of Madrasah, Ministry of Religion Affairs of the Republic of Indonesia, that encouraged to conduct international symposium on education ISO 2022. the standing conference brings the topic about the digitizing education in the metaverse era. I would like to express my sincere appreciation to the originator of this conference. Hopeful it could help everyone to view technology that we have more positively. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam. Okay, time is for our presenter.
Enggak sopan ya. Halo. Thank you. Excuse me, my presentation with Indonesian language. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. 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 Fil ardi wal fis sama' wa samiul alim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Allahumma sholli ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali sayyidina Muhammad. Yang saya hormati Bapak Menteri Kementerian Agama, Bapak Kiai Haji Yakut Khomas. Yang saya hormati Bapak Direktur GTK Madrasah, Bapak Dr. Muhammad Zain, dan yang saya hormati Bapak Dr. Ainur Bapak Ainur Rafiq. Yang saya hormati Bapak Kepala Madrasah Aliyah Negeri 1 Bojonegoro, Bapak Syaifuddin, dan panitia ISO 2022. Izinkan saya di sini menyampaikan terkait dengan penelitian saya bersama tim terkait dengan efektivitas website education sebagai pendidikan seksual pada remaja. Di sini saya Muhammad Rofi Alim dibantu waktu penelitian bersama Fitzia Alima dan Rosiana Fitri Fadilah. Next. Kasus pelecehan. Slide-nya, Pak. Oh ya, sudah. Kasus pelecehan seringkali kita dengar maupun kita lihat, entah itu di televisi ataupun di internet, bahkan di sekeliling kita, di lingkungan kita. Yang mirisnya adalah ketika kasus pelecehan atau kekerasan seksual itu terjadi di lembaga pendidikan, yang mana seharusnya secara desolen hal itu tidak terjadi, namun ternyata secara desain itu terjadi. Hal ini menjadi sebuah catatan bagi pendidik termasuk semuanya terkait bagaimana untuk meminimkan terkait dengan pelecehan seksual. Faktor kekurangan edukasi atau kurangnya pengetahuan ini menjadi faktor utama di tingkat remaja terkait dengan pelecehan seksual. Tidak banyak sekali materi atau hal terkait dengan pelecehan seksual yang disampaikan dalam mata pelajaran. Bahkan cenderung bangsa kita ini kalau berbicara masalah pengetahuan seksual itu tabu. Hal inilah yang membuat kita harus memanfaatkan yang namanya Internet of Things, di mana perkembangan itu tidak kita hindari tetapi kita sikapi. Internet tentunya berisikan hal yang gambling, tetapi kita sebagai pendidik perlu memberikan isi internet atau mewarnai internet dari kekerasan yang ada di Jawa Timur, kekerasan seksual yang ada di Jawa Timur itu terdiri dari seksual 28,8%, fisik 24,9%, psikis 29,2%, trafficking 0,3%, pelantaran 10,1% dan lainnya. Selanjutnya, dalam penelitian ini, kajian pustaka yang saya gunakan dalam pelatihan ini artikel 5%, situs resmi dari Kemenpa 5%, dan jurnal 90%. Faktor-faktor pelecehan seksual yang ada pada remaja itu bisa saya kategorikan menjadi 3. Yang pertama adalah faktor pengetahuan. Di faktor pengetahuan menentukan yang namanya perspektif, menentukan wawasan seseorang terkait dengan pengetahuan dia harus bagaimana dan sebagainya. Salah satunya seperti remaja atau seseorang yang menjadi korban pelecehan seksual itu dia bingung, dia blank, dia harus apa? Apakah dia melawan atau bagaimana? Hal ini sering terjadi ketika ada pelecehan seksual yang ada di umum, gitu ya. Banyak menyalahkan kenapa kamu nggak teriak dan sebagainya. Hal ini terjadi yang namanya tonic immobility. Itu salah satu yang kita kenalkan, kita beri bekal kepada remaja. Yang faktor kedua adalah faktor keluarga. Faktor keluarga ini menentukan pola asuh bagaimana dan sebagainya. Termasuk perceraian orang tua itu menentukan bagaimana seseorang itu bisa memendam yang namanya kesedihan berlebih atau amarah berlebih. Hal ini juga membawa si remaja atau si anak ini ke hal yang kurang baik, termasuk dengan pelecehan seksual. Yang ketiga adanya faktor lingkungan. Faktor lingkungan mempengaruhi terhadap pola pikir, kebiasaan dan sebagainya. Banyak dari kita tahu bahwasanya ketika seseorang itu berada di lingkungan yang baik, kebiasaan yang baik, maka terbentuk dengan hal-hal baik. Hal ini sudah diterapkan oleh madrasah. Banyak sekali seperti halnya sholat duha seperti itu. Hal ini kebiasaan baik. Ketika lingkungan itu dibangun ya, menunjukkan hal yang baik juga. Next. Berikut adalah tampilan dari education. Education merujuk dari kata sex education, di mana aplikasi ini berbasis website yang dapat kalau ini Bapak Ibu bisa langsung ngecek kalau gitu ya di alamat education.app.com. Di situ terdiri dari beberapa hal dari fitur. Yang pertama adalah buku tamu. Di situ kita sengaja ingin tahu bagaimana penilaian publik terhadap pengembangan website ini. Dan selanjutnya menggunakan education app. Di situ kita seperti halnya sosial media, kita bangun dengan content management system (CICO). Di situ seperti Facebook tampilannya, namun karena ini terkait dengan seksual, maka settingan di media sosial itu kita menyembunyikan yang namanya email dan identitas dari pengguna. Hal ini karena kembali lagi waktu kita observasi awal itu kalau kita berbicara masalah seks ini hal yang tabu. Sehingga orang itu tidak mau belajar atau tidak mau tahu karena ada kata-kata seks itu. Padahal tidak selalu seks itu negatif, diharapkan membawa hal yang positif, membawa remaja itu tahu bagaimana dia harus melindungi dirinya seperti itu. Untuk selanjutnya ada fitur e-book. Di situ diakses e-book terkait dengan pengetahuan seksual. Ada juga kita menyediakan video dan hasil penelitian. Hasil penelitian itu kita menggunakan 2 sekolah, yaitu MAN Kota Batu dan SMA 2 Kota Batu. Alhamdulillah dalam penelitian ini kita disambut baik oleh RPPAI, yaitu adalah lembaga masyarakatan terkait dengan perlindungan perempuan dan anak, dan kita disambut dengan KPAI Kota Batu. Sehingga penelitian ini tidak sekedar hanya penelitian, tetapi sudah menjalin kerjasama antar lembaga gitu. Terima kasih. Dalam penelitian ini, education sudah divalidasi oleh NIPI, yaitu adalah Masyarakat Ilmiah Pemuda Indonesia, dengan hasil layak digunakan untuk penelitian dan diterapkan. Yang dinilai dari segi kelayakan, dari segi penampilan, dari segi kemudahan penggunaan dan kemenarikan dari website itu sendiri. Sehingga kita sebelum melakukan validasi, di sini kita tidak mau melakukan uji coba, sedangkan alat kita juga belum terukur seperti itu. Next. Metode penelitian yang saya gunakan di sini menggunakan metode kuantitatif dengan penelitian intervensi, yaitu dengan menggunakan kelompok case and control. Data di sini menggunakan data primer dan sekunder. Data primer kita menggunakan pre-test and post-test, sedangkan data sekunder kita menggunakan literatur seperti halnya jurnal, artikel maupun situs resmi yang sudah dikeluarkan oleh kementerian atau lembaga resmi negara. Populasi dalam sampel populasi di sini kita menggunakan populasi di MAN Kota Batu dan SMA 2 Kota Batu. Sampel penelitian ini berjumlah 217, terdiri dari 111 peserta MAN Kota Batu dan 106 peserta didik SMA 2 Kota Batu. Hipotesis dari penelitian ini di awal kita education efektif dalam memperbaiki pengetahuan seksual pada remaja. Kita yakin bahwasanya dengan penelitian atau media web ini kita bisa memberikan pengetahuan seksual kepada remaja tanpa kita tahu identitas dan sebagainya. Karena kembali lagi budaya bangsa kita terkait dengan seks ini masih tabu. Sehingga ketika menggunakan web ini identitas kita jamin, nama, background dan sebagainya kita jamin. Bahkan email pun kita tidak menggunakan verified, jadi aman. Itu semata-mata menjaga identitas dari yang bersangkutan untuk belajar terkait dengan sex education. Selanjutnya, karakteristik responden, kita memiliki karakteristik yaitu sekolah dibagi menjadi 2, MAN Kota Batu dan SMA 2 Kota Batu. Di sini awalnya kita itu ingin tahu bahwasanya terkait dengan pengetahuan seksual, sekolah yang berbasis madrasah dengan umum itu berbeda apa tidak begitu. Di gender kita ada laki-laki dan perempuan. Untuk sebaran atau karakteristik kelas kita menggunakan kelas 10, 11 dan 12. Usia rentang antara 16 sampai 18 tahun. Jumlah pengisian angket ada kelompok case dan kelompok kontrol. Namun di pre-test maupun post-test kelompok kontrol kita dari SMA 2 Kota Batu kita tidak mendapatkan data. Ini kan dari sekolah yang bersangkutan ya, tidak mengizinkan kami untuk melakukan kelompok kontrolnya. Selanjutnya, analisis data. Di sini tidak bisa dianalisis secara keseluruhan atau kita simpulkan secara keseluruhan, tetapi bisa kita analisis secara per pernyataan. Di sini ada 21 pernyataan dan terdapat 13 pernyataan positif. Ketika hasilnya naik, maka di pernyataan positif itu menunjukkan bahwasanya education itu efektif. Di sini kebetulan hasilnya naik sehingga dapat dikatakan education atau edukasi yang kita berikan menggunakan media itu meningkatkan pengetahuan dari seksual daripada remaja. Sedangkan selanjutnya di slide selanjutnya pernyataan negatif. Terdapat 8 pernyataan negatif. Kalau di sini hasilnya menurun, itu menunjukkan bahwasanya edukasi yang diberikan efektif. Tetapi jika di pernyataan negatif ini naik, maka edukasi yang kita berikan itu tidak efektif. Karena contoh dari pernyataan negatif di sini, pendidikan seksual merupakan pendidikan yang membahas permasalahan masyarakat. Di situ kalau tinggi berarti tidak efektif begitu kan. Tapi kalau turun berarti maka dia lebih efektif. Atau pelecehan seksual hanya terjadi pada wanita saja. ini semakin tinggi berarti nggak efektif apa yang kita berikan edukasinya itu. Tetapi ini semakin turun yaitu 1,90 sehingga kita menyimpulkan bahwasanya ternyata education efektif dalam memberikan edukasi terkait dengan sex education kepada remaja. Selanjutnya, kesimpulan dan saran, edukasi website education atau sex education efektif dalam memperbaiki pengetahuan seksual. Yang kedua, website education dinilai dapat dimanfaatkan sebagai media pengetahuan seksual pada madrasah aliyah dan setingkatnya. Di sini, di tingkat madrasah atau sekolah, kita bekerja sama dengan BK. Sedangkan kita untuk tahap selanjutnya kita bekerja sama dengan tadi sudah saya sampaikan RPPAI dan KPAI Kota Batu. Itu untuk selanjutnya analisis SWOT, strength kita berbasis website. Sekarang dengan kemajuan masyarakat digital atau society 5.0, kita tentu adanya media-media yang berbasis website ini lebih sifatnya accessible, di mana kita dimanapun selama kita tersambung dengan data besar atau IOT, maka kita bisa mengaksesnya. Fitur dan desain yang simpel, karena dengan kemudahan dan simpel itu maka mudah diakses siapapun. Dan hal ini juga terkait dengan reload ataupun loading dari media yang diakses. Selanjutnya ada expert validasi, jadi kita melakukan penelitian tidak hanya asal penelitian, tetapi juga sudah divalidasi. Dan selanjutnya disambut baik dengan KPAI maupun RPPAI Kota Batu. Sedangkan weakness, ada beberapa responden yang tertutup. Hal ini bisa dimaklumi karena prinsip dari siswa atau responden itu sendiri. Tetapi ketika kita tidak menggunakan media, ternyata malah banyak yang lebih tertutup karena itu. Kita berbicara masalah seks ini masih dianggap tabu seperti itu. Opportunity, kita memanfaatkan teknologi. Yang kedua, kita mendukung media pendidikan. Selanjutnya, reach, kita masih terkendala di indeks. Kalau website yang baru, rata-rata memang kendalanya ada di search engine optimal yang di Google dan sejenisnya. Oke, terima kasih. Mohon maaf jika banyak kesalahan. Saya kembalikan kepada Bapak Sepron. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay. Here in this presentation, we got a question in YouTube channel. The question was from Mrs. Nur Azima. She's a teacher at Raudatul Atfal Kindergarten, Purworejo, Jawa Tengah. The question was, what is the best method to explain or to deliver educational sex education for our students in the kindergarten? Jadi bagaimana metode yang baik bagi guru dalam menyampaikan pendidikan seks pada jenjang RA? Is it the time for them to get the education of sex or not? Okay, time is for our presenter to answer it.
Pendidikan pada Oke, terkait dengan pendidikan pada RA, di luar penelitian ini Pak ya berarti. Kita kenalkan terkait dengan hal-hal sensitif atau bagian-bagian sensitif dari anak-anak itu sendiri. Dan biasanya kalau setelah saya bincang-bincang sama guru BK, bagaimana cara mengenalkan hal-hal yang tentunya sektor pada anak PAUD. Kita mengenalkan daerah-daerah atau tubuh-tubuh, bagian tubuh-tubuh yang sensitif, sehingga kita beritahu kepada anak-anak itu yang boleh pegang ini kamu, ayah, dan ibu, seperti itu. Hal ini membekali bahwasanya dia tahu bagian-bagian yang tidak boleh disentuh oleh orang lain. Gitu. Ya, sebatas itu, Pak.
Okay, thank you for the answer. And can I deliver my question? Mr. Alim,
Yes.
may I deliver my question?
Yes.
Okay, here's the condition. It is hard that in some countries, male and female students are separated in their classes. It's not only in Islamic countries like Saudi Arabia or Egypt or some other Arabian countries. The separation is also done in United Kingdom. Wow, it is interesting. So, what is your opinion whether separation of male and female students is good or not? Jadi terkait dengan pemisahan siswa dan siswi nih, di berbagai negara kan melaksanakan, kan hanya di Arab tapi juga di Inggris, di UK ya. Jadi bagaimana menurut Bapak dari sisi pandangan pendidikan seksnya? Nah, ini positif apa negatif, Pak? Silakan, Pak.
Oh ya. Oh ya. Terkait dengan pemisahan itu antara laki-laki dan perempuan itu apa ya, Pak ya? Sesuatu yang tentunya dilihat dari budaya setempat gitu. Kalau di Indonesia karena kita ini bangsa timur, apalagi mayoritas muslim, hal itu tentu positif. Karena pada dasarnya lebih baik mencegah ataupun menghindari fitnah daripada terjadi begitu. Kita tahu bahwasanya walaupun dipisah terkadang masih ada sesuatu yang terjadi. Jadi kalau melihat dari budaya Indonesia tentunya hal itu positif gitu. Tapi tidak berlebihan.
Okay, that's awesome. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's give applause for our presenter. And then we come to the third presenter, Mrs. Nani Sofiatun, MPD. She was born in Bojonegoro, August 6, 1970. She's married and graduated from postgraduate program S2. Mr. Nani is an English teacher at Manwan, Bojonegoro. Okay, besides the teacher of English, she's also a member of Choir or Paduan Suara at our school, and they have been the first winner in their regency level, 2017. Okay. Our presenter will perform the role of teacher to produce golden generation who has good character. What is golden generation and what kind of character that actually we need for them, for the gold generation? And what is the role of teachers in having or producing it to our students? Let's see the presentation that will be delivered by our English teacher. Okay, time is for Mrs. Nani Sofiatun, MPD. Okay, I forgot it again. I'm so sorry, Mr. Nani. So the committee needs a time to present a welcoming speech first. A minute.
Thank you for
Excellency, the Minister of Religion of Republic of Indonesia. Of Industry of this region, Bojonegoro. Dear fellow headmaster of MAN in Bojonegoro. Ladies and gentlemen,
First, I would like to express to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala because of His blessing and mercy. We all can be here to thank the joy to opening of the great event among the great people in the Ministry of Religion of the Republic of Indonesia, which is called ISOE, International Symposium on Education. For more information, this event has been held 3 times. Salawat and salam hopefully always be delivered to our beloved Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, who has brought us to the light world because of his love, the knowledge, and the science in the world. On this occasion, I would like to welcome to the keynote and invited speaker on e-research. It really makes me so delighted to be part of this event because Mansatu Bojonegoro has become a host of e-research with Man to Banyumas. Ladies and gentlemen, this event is our way to develop the love toward knowledge and science. Moreover, this event is as a part of the contribution to our nation and religion. It is also to give the chance to the teacher of the Ministry of Religion of the Republic of Indonesia to enhance and develop their ability and share with others. Of course, we do hope so much that this event will give us benefit and can be continued to the future because we really need this kind of event. However, by holding this event on Mansaro, I do hope so much that it will raise the motivation of the members of Mansaro to step steadily in facing the obstacle in the future related to the education. As you all know that Mansaro actually is derived from the Arabic language. I think that is all that I wanted to say. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thank you. So the time is for Mrs. Nani Sofiatun MPD.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Minister of the Religion of the Republic of Indonesia, Mr. Yakut Khalil Thomas, Excellency Mr. Dr. Ainur Rafiq as Kasubdit PDK of Ministry of Religion of the Republic of Indonesia, Honorable the Headmaster of Man Satu Bojonegoro and the Headmaster of Man 2 Banyumas as the host of the third ISOE. And then Honorable Mr. Suyitman as the chief of the committee, my dear all the committee of this event, and my dear fellows, the presenters of the third ISOE. Dear ladies and gentlemen, this morning, first I would like to thank Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala because of His blessing and mercy, so I can be a part of this great event, the third ISOE, International Symposium on Education. And then second, I also have to say thank you to the committee because of giving me a chance to speak here to deliver my presentation. Well, my ladies and gentlemen, this morning, the title of my presentation is The Role of Teacher to Produce a Golden Generation Has Good Character. Okay, next. We know that the golden generation, Indonesia will have the golden generation at the age of 100, so it will happen in 2045. And then it is the time of the historical moment in Indonesia, because at that time there is a generation which is called golden generation. And then what we have to do to fix that, the first, talking about the quality of the humans. Quality of humans needed by the Indonesian nation in the future is the ability to face the competition with other nations in the world. The quality of Indonesian humans is produced through quality education. Therefore, teachers and lecturers very strategic function, role, and position. Section 39, subsection 2 of Law number 20, year 2003 on National Education System declares that educators are professionals. In terms of their positions, teachers and lecturers as professionals have a vision of learning based on professionalism principles to fulfill equal rights of all citizens to receive quality education. And then the next, we are talking about the reflecting on the changing global trends of 2045. Yes, it is undeniable that the quality of education plays an important role in creating superior human resources with the ability to think critically, creatively, innovatively, and be globally competitive. In this case, teachers are required to adapt to a number of significant changes, which includes technological sophistication, the education ecosystem, and the character of millennial students. Yes, the next. The next, we are talking about the education itself. Education has been considered at the center of excellence in preparing humans' excellence characters. This belief drives every single person to be ready to face the global challenges. This belief becomes the basic foundation for the world to say that Indonesia will be a very strong nation in all sectors in 2045 or 100 years after its Independence Day. This is supported by the Indonesian's economic growth. There has been already the 16th largest economy in the world. Indonesia has the potential to be the 7th biggest by 2030. Within this context, the government of Indonesia believes that preparing young generation is the only way to go to be a very strong nation in 2045. Education is considered to be the best place to prepare the agents of change of the nation that will bring prosperous to others. Education institution is not only the place to transfer knowledge, but also it is the place to form youth attitude, behavior, character, and leadership. Thus, it is justifiable to reflect some basic value and character of Indonesia and cultivate them to all young generation in the form of national character building through education. Okay, the next. We are talking about golden generation. Golden generation is the generation of Indonesian people who are often portrayed as superior, choice, creative, and have a high integrity and intellectual. By having golden generation, it is usually associated with the golden anniversary of the Republic of Indonesia, which is 100 in the coming year 2045. At the time, this generation is much more active and productive in leading and managing development. And then golden generation will actually be good if the quality is good in terms of health, education, spiritual character, and integrity of the nation. But it can also be negative of this generation, so we have to be aware of that. And the quality is not only great burden on the state. And then why golden generation must be prepared? Yes, because golden generation must be prepared in order to respond to future challenges of an increasingly competitive and global competitiveness. Human quality has been very decisive in order to be a winner and race winner personally. Good of the nation in the next dozen years will be largely determined by the younger generation who exists today. various concepts and formation program of the golden generation has to be born even from the grand design of the establishment of the golden generation of Indonesia in 2035. Yes, the next, we come to the development of Indonesia's young generation. Yes, it must be in balance between the aspect of knowledge or cognitive, characters or affective, and skills, psychomotor. Strong man is not only capable of the intellectual or IQ, intellectual quotient, but also must be strong in spiritual, or we call it SQ, spiritual quotient, and restrained emotional or EQ, emotional quotient. This is the perfect man who is ready to lead Indonesia in the future. Similarly, it is necessary to formulate criteria for the quality of Indonesian human. And then the next, character is an integral part that must be built properly so that the young generation as the hope of the nation who is responsible for determining the future. Students must have the attitude and intelligence as strong as correct morality to build the nation. Character education is not just about teaching right or wrong, but more than that. It is the habit of internalizing habituation, which is good. And then students will then know and understand good values or things that are true or cognitive, can feel values and norms or affective, and able to perform good behavior or psychomotor. Character education involves moral knowledge, moral feelings, and also moral actions. And then the next, teachers as character educators not only merely teach about good character, but also need to show their students what good character is. They are role models of good characters for their students. Therefore, they must show good examples by developing their own characters. The key factor for the success of character education in schools or in other educational institutes is the character of its educators. Teachers must possess appropriate characters, moral standards, and virtues so that their students can see them as examples. As the character educators, teachers must be better or equally of virtuous character and disposition than their students. They need to consciously and unconsciously display good disposition and moral characters. They also need to be what they are conveying and practice morally with teaching. Hence, they can provide moral instruction effectively. And then the next, some character education standards used to direct education are as follows. One, promoting the values of ethics as the foundation of character education. And then identifying character comprehensively. This covers ideas, feeling, and action. And then using practice and effective approach to cultivate and build character. Creating caring education environment. Also giving chances to students to express their ideas and behave. Developing appropriate curriculum which supports character education, and cultivating students' motivation, also sharing the responsibility to all members of schools for the sake of education character. Then building good leadership in character education, building cooperation and good relationship with family and people around the school. And the last is evaluating the school character academics. And then for the conclusion, the result based on the literature review, it can be concluded that teacher has a positive and significant effect on character education. It shows that the teacher will influence the character of the golden generation. So the conclusion from this study will generally obtained when the authors considered all the study reviews, which showed that the teacher was very important for shaping a students' characters in preparing for Indonesia's golden generation. Well, I think that's all of my presentation. Thank you for the attention. I do apologize if I have mistakes in delivering my presentation because I realize that my presentation is not perfect. So finally, thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Mohon ditunggu untuk moderator ya. Dia keluar dari sana. Tidak duduk.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Now we are discussing about character education. We hope there will be questions from our viewers or maybe from the audience at this MLM. Let me invite some of the audience to make questions. This one. Check.
Bagus.
Okay, is there any question? The audience?
Can I ask?
Yeah. We just got a question.
Yes.
In YouTube channel from Nadia Fulfia. How can we solve verbal harassment? Okay, that's the question. We get a time for our presenter to answer the question.
I'm sorry, the voice is not so clear, so would you please to say it again?
How can we solve verbal harassment?
Harassment.
From Mr. Nadif.
Thank you.
One minute ago.
Please.
Okay, thank you for the question. I would like to answer. Yes, as we may all know that the students have many characters. Of course, we are as teachers, we have to give, we have to be a model for our teachers by having a good attitude. And if there is something happen related to our students, like verbal harassment, yeah. So first, we have to what is it? Actually, that we have many times give the examples to our students, and we can remind them that what they are doing is bad. So they have to minimize, and also they have to avoid that kind of attitude. Of course, we have to do it in a polite way, I mean in a good way, so our students will not be, will not be disturbed, their mind with our sentences. I think that's all that I can answer related to the questions. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Now we come to the end of this session. Presentation from Mrs. Nani Sofiatun MPD. Give applause for our presenter.
Thank you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, before we go on to the next presenter, Alhamdulillah, I don't forget it now. We give the chance for our committee to show a video of welcoming speech from one of Kakanwils around Indonesia. Time is for Mr. Ahmad Rifai.
Hello, my name is Amsaliway.